in Tampa, Florida, and I'm headed to Patrick's shop for a very unique build because this one is for his dad, a 1957 Chevy that him and his dad have been working on for over 10 years together. And can the car be any cooler? The 57 Chevy was favorite among racers. Can't wait to get my eyes on this car. A 1957 Chevy, are you kidding me? One of the most classic, iconic, beautiful cars in American automobile history. This is going to be one I'll never forget.
My dad is an absolutely great guy that's just very passionate about cars. When I was a child, I totally idolized him. I built him up as the big hero in my mind. He introduced me to the thing that is the greatest passion of my life, cars. He's always loved Tri-5 Chevys, 55, 56, 57. The 57 Chevy, the most iconic of all the old cars, is his favorite. He built them for customers, he built them for shows, he did amazing paint jobs on them, and he still now builds them. I don't know how. He's 80, but he's out in the shop every day building Tri-5s. He's never been able to acquire the one that he wanted for himself. It makes me feel happy that I can build this car and surprise my father with it. I can guarantee you he's gonna cry his eyes out.
Patrick, this looks like an old school album.
This
from
is.
like our childhood.
I know.
That Mom and Philip.
Remember Mom had these
Yeah.
like stacked up on the bookshelf? And, like,
Family vacation.
yeah, family vacay. So my dad doesn't have photo albums of family vacays. He has family photo albums of cars. So almost every car in this book is something he built right on the first page, right off the bat. What do we see? A 55 Chevy, a 56 Chevy, a 56 Chevy. So the Tri-5s are strong in this album.
Yeah.
The 57 Chevy has always been my dad's dream car. It's one of the trio of the coolest cars, the Tri-5s, but it stands out from all the rest of them because it has those really iconic fins hanging off the back of the car. These are all significant to my dad because he built them and they're all Tri-5s. It's really his thing.
Is this?
That's my dad's old shop. So back in Wichita, Kansas, he owned Precision Body Works and he built his custom cars out of there for years. That building right there, I have so many memories in. I remember my dad building crazy cars in there for years.
So what was it like growing up with Dad?
We went to car shows a lot. He built me a race car bed when I was a itty-bitty little kid. As soon as I could pick up a tool, I was working on cars, tinkering around in my dad's shop and breaking stuff and learning about cars. And he really excelled in the custom market, and he rose to the top as a national champion in the International Show Car Association.
So he was like a big deal in the community.
He was.
Did you look up to him?
Absolutely. Those were the hero years. And when you're a rebellious teenager, you don't think anybody's your hero because you know everything,
right.
Things like that. So I was a ridiculous, total pain in the butt teen. I was probably on a path that would have landed me in jail eventually. I was a trouble kid.
Wow.
I got sent to military school, which was probably the best thing that ever happened. It led me into the military and a whole different life. When I would come back from deployments, I would come back and unwind by working on cars. I think it was after my second deployment to Afghanistan that I decided I wanted to build 57 Chevy. And so who do I go to?
Dad.
Dad. The plan was for him to do the body work. I was gonna do all the mechanical stuff and make it functional. So that became our between deployments, father-son thing to do. So after about 5 years of working on this car, I started building stuff at my own shop, and the project just kind of lost steam. The car sat and never really got anything done to it because my dad was busy building cars for other people. He's never been able to get ahead enough to where he could build something that he would get to love and have forever.
It's just for him.
That's just for him. So I decided I'm gonna go get the car and I'm gonna finish the car and I'm gonna give him his dream car that he has been talking about for years and he's never been able to have.
Do we have any idea what you want this reveal to look like?
My father won his first trophy on his way to national stardom as a car show master at a car show in Wichita, Kansas. So this is where I want to reveal this show-stopping 57 Chevy.
So what is it going to mean to him when you pull off this surprise?
It's gonna mean a ton, but it's not just because I'm giving him a 57 Chevy. I'm giving him the 57 Chevy. This car's name is Sinister because it's bad.
I can't even imagine how your dad is going to react to this.
He's gonna cry like a baby. I'll tell you, I promise you right now, he's gonna cry like a baby.
Patrick, this is going to be amazing.
I can't wait.
The 1957 Chevy is arguably the most popular classic car of its day. It was a carryover from successful 55 and 56 models. The 1955, 56, and 57 Chevy were better known as the Tri-5s. There were 7 different models produced, a 4-door, a 2-door, and also a coupe option. It sat on a 115-inch wheelbase. The 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air with the 283 engine went from a standing start to 60 miles per hour in 9.9 seconds. The 57 Chevy also won 26 NASCAR convertible races. That was more than any other make. The original price tag on the 1957 Chevy base model was $1,800.
I'm going to pick up the 57 Chevy Bel Air in Cassville, Missouri. I talked to my dad before I came up here, and I told him I'm selling this car. I can't deal with it anymore, and I got other stuff that I want to do, so I'm going to sell the car. I got a buyer for it. I'm coming to get it. So it's going to be a huge surprise for him. But right now, I think he's going to be a little upset about the fact that the car that we started building and we both put time and money into is about to get pulled out of the garage and taken away from him. Oh, man, dude, that's my car. Oh, man. Well, it looks about like half a car. Where is the rest of the car? Hello? Hey, Pops. So when I get out to the shop, my dad is in his natural habitat working on Tri-5 parts.
Hey, Jay. I'm so glad to see you. It's been so damn long.
Well, I'm glad that you're supplying the whole East Coast with cool Tri-5 fenders. Where are my fenders? So my dad introduces me to the rest of the parts that are buried in the garage out in the back. I'm pretty sure the neighbor has some of this stuff still. Who knows? Train wreck.
Your fenders are back here.
How do you know what fenders are my fenders? There's 500 fenders in here.
I've always been a 57 Chevy nut, and I've always built them, but I couldn't hang on to them because somebody had offered me too much money for them. And so this was going to be one that I really, really wanted to do right and do a lot of unique things to it.
I see the center section for a bumper. I see air vents. I see hood hinges. I see headlight bezels. Man, this thing is in a million pieces. I think I've got a lot more work cut out for me than I originally planned on. There's parts underneath the beds. There's parts in the closet. There's parts out on the porch. There's parts everywhere in the house. Nothing is there and nothing is easy, and I'm on a time crunch, so I just kind of throw it all into the car and hope that I have everything I need. You want to say goodbye to old Sinister?
Yep. God, it's been a long haul. I hope you go to a good home, baby. I hope to see you in a car show sometime. Be good to whoever it is you go to.
I was thinking my dad would be grumpy. I was wrong. He was crying. He was upset in a way that I totally didn't expect. This car had a huge emotional attachment to him. It was not the reaction I was expecting.
I don't think I'll ever build another one like that.
No?
Neither one of us, I don't think will.
Playing a prank on my dad, telling him I was gonna sell it and all that kind of stuff. I almost feel bad for him, but I mean, in the end, he's gonna get his car back and, you know, he'll get over it. But it was a total surprise to me when he got so emotional about the car going away.
Sick guy. Hopefully someday we'll see Sinister out there. Somebody will have him out there. I hope he goes to a good home.
I have no idea if I actually have everything I need. Until we blow this thing apart, it's totally up in the air if we have this car or not.